Back to Basics. It is Wednesday, and I'm Julie, your Wednesday vlogger. Today's question is an interesting one because I've only had the pleasure of doing this a couple of times, and I wish I had the pleasure of doing it more. Boy, it sounds it could be risque if you think about it, right? No, but the question is have I ever been able to meet up with weight loss surgery people in groups or singly? What are the drawbacks? What are the pluses? That kind of thing. I'm just going to talk about my experiences because my experiences have been wholly really positive so far. The first person I ever got to meet who was, a YouTuber like I was, and who was on Facebook, was Cabernet Queen Sally, it was, I'm sorry, it's early in the morning, so my brain is not fully functioning, but I got to meet Sally, and I was in Washington, D.C., and I was not living overseas at the time. I had come to Washington, D.C. to visit, and she still was in the Washington, D.C. area, and we got to meet up and have coffee, and she got to meet my kids, and it was really, I don't know, she's just a wonderful person, and I love you, Sally, and so thrilled that I got to meet her and spend time with her, and I wish I could spend more time. The thing about meeting Sally is I always felt like I had a very good friendship with her, but since meeting her, I have been, it's like she is, I'm not expressing myself very well, am I? It's almost as if she's, not that to say that Facebook people aren't your real friends, but I think when you meet them in real life, all of a sudden they're real people in your head. I don't know if that makes sense. And so I was able, so meeting Sally made her much more real in my head. She's, not that she wasn't real before, but I can call her, I can talk to her. It's an older friendship, put it that way. That's a better way to describe it. I was trying to figure out how to describe it. It's an older friendship, it's not a newer friendship. Oftentimes when you meet people, you go through the what do you like, what do I like, but when you sit down and you have coffee, or you're eating with somebody and you're hanging out with somebody, you're actually, doing things that you wouldn't actually do. We talk about our feelings and frustrations on Facebook and on YouTube, but the face-to-face internet, nothing can replace that. And so that was, meeting Sally and hanging out with her for, the 2 or 3 hours or 4 hours that we got to hang out was really important to me. And we got to do a YouTube video too, so if you go to my channel, Julia RH, you can see me and Sally talk, and this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Wow. Yeah. Wow, Sally, that was a long time ago. Okay, this is getting to be a long video, and I didn't mean for it to be, sorry. Okay, and then the second time only, see, living overseas, good morning from Africa, by the way, living overseas, I don't get to see a lot of people, and so when I get the opportunity, I jump at it. And this is what I highly recommend to everyone, is that you jump at the opportunity to meet people. Yeah, you're nervous. Holy cow, I'm always nervous meeting people. Even though people see me and see me talking on video and doing all this kind of stuff all the time, I'm always nervous. Always, always, always nervous What are they going to think of me? And do I look fatter in real life? That kind of, seriously, I do think that. Anyway, second time was, excuse me, still waking up. I went to the East Coast meet and greet in Atlantic City, not this past year, but the year before, and got to stay in a house with a bunch of wonderful people. We had way too much fun. And yes, I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet so many wonderful, wonderful people. And in my morning stupor, I'm not going to remember everybody's name, so I'm not going to list them all off. But what is really cool, aside from staying with a bunch of people that you feel close to on Facebook and YouTube, and getting to know them better and feeling like, hey, I don't know, it was worth it, and it kind of makes me teary-eyed thinking about it. But you also get to meet your quote-unquote heroes when you go to these meet and greets, and the huge, I'm sure that I've never been to it, the WLFSA huge annual conference. I've only been to the meet and greet, and but I got to meet some of my heroes, the people that pushed me. I don't want to say pushed, but encouraged me through their videos, through their vlogs, through their postings to have weight loss surgery, and changed my life. And totally worth it. Oh, I would totally do it again. Any day of the year, if I could. If I could get out of Africa right now, I would. So anyway, sorry that I'm kind of out of it and puffy and not talking very well, but this is me early in the morning. I'm about ready to head off to school. And it's early in the morning on Wednesday in Africa, so good morning from Africa. I wish I could do that song, that Lion King does, at the beginning when the sun rises, but I can't because my voice is kind of weird today. But I would if I could. But imagine that song, the Lion King song, in your head when I say good morning from Africa. Have a great day, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.